If you find yourself struggling to find the time for hour-long workouts several times a week, I want to talk you through a muscle building method that gives you the same, if not better, results in a fraction of the time. You'll see 3 sets of 10 with 2 minutes rest in almost every program, and that works very well, but it can take a lot of time and effort. For muscle growth, one of the most important factors is proximity to failure. So that means that in a set of 10 reps, it's only really the last 3 or 4 reps that are really stimulative. So in 3 sets of 10 reps, you get 30 total reps, but only about 9 of them are truly effective, and the other 21 reps don't do much, and the whole thing takes you around about 9 minutes. That's fine if you have a lot of time, but if you're training before work, after the kids go to bed, or you're trying to squeeze in home workouts whenever you can, it's not practical. And for many people, that leads to skipping workouts entirely because they don't think they have time. Myo-reps are a great solution to this problem. Using this method has allowed me to massively reduce the time it takes to get an effective workout done and minimize wasted effort. Basically, it's helped me stay consistent, even on those days where I've maybe got 20 minutes to get a workout done. So, what are myo-reps and how do they work? Well, step one, you do an activation set, which is just a normal straight set of an exercise, making sure you go close to failure. Step two, now you match the reps achieved in the activation set in as many mini sets as it takes with short rest periods in between. That's it. It's really simple, very intense, but it's extremely efficient. Now, why is this more effective than straight sets with normal rest periods? Well, the activation set brings the muscle into a state of high fatigue right where the effective reps happen. Then, because the rest periods are so short, the muscle stays in that high fatigue zone. So basically, every rep after the activation set is an effective rep. So if we compare straight sets to myo-rep sets, assuming we're using the same exercise in the same way, and let's say 10 reps being a set to failure, with straight sets, we get 9 effective reps, 21 ineffective reps in around about 9 minutes. With myo-rep sets, we get 13 effective reps, only about 7 ineffective reps, and we can get this done in less than 5 minutes. So you get more effective reps in less time. Now, this isn't some magic trick for muscle growth, and it does have its limitations. The main one being this is a very intense way of training. It's hard to push a set to the point of failure, let alone keep pushing when you're in that high fatigue, painful zone. But it's over really quickly. So some might even say that psychologically, it's less exhausting than psyching yourself up for 3 straight sets. You just need to push really hard for one big set instead. It's also worth mentioning that while you can do this for most exercises, especially if you train from home, it's not wise to do this for exercises like heavy back squats. Myo-reps accumulate a lot of fatigue. And if you use the method on exercises that require a lot of skill or put you in a potentially dangerous position, like being underneath a barbell, for example, you run the risk of form breakdown and potential injury. But for most exercises, isolations, and compounds, as long as they're safe to push to failure, you should be fine. Now, for the mini rest periods, I think it's important to remember that rest periods are relative to the exercise. This is where the generic advice of 2 minutes rest between sets really falls apart. A rest period is there so we can get another effective set, or in this case, another few effective reps, with the target muscle being the limiting factor. That means that your heart rate and any stabilizing muscles, like your low back, need to be recovered enough not to be the limiting factor. So, for example, after a set of bicep curls, because the bicep is a small muscle, you could probably get away with a very short rest period of maybe 5 to 10 seconds. However, after a set of pistol squats, because the legs are a bigger muscle, it's more fatiguing to push a set to failure. So it's going to take you a bit longer to get your breath back. So you may need more like 30 seconds as your mini rest period. The same principles apply to both exercises, and we can use the same myo-rep method for each. Just remember to adjust your rest periods accordingly. A good rule of thumb for me is for smaller muscles and isolations like biceps and triceps, 2 to 3 deep breaths is usually enough. For larger muscles and compounds like overhead press, pull-ups, and pistol squats, anywhere from 8 to 12 deep breaths usually feels about right. Obviously, we're all different, and your rest periods will be dictated by your own fitness level. So you may find you need more or less rest, but just try it out and see for yourself. The important thing to remember is to rest long enough to get another few effective reps in, but not so long that the intensity drops. So when should we use myo-rep sets? This method is perfect for those days when you're short on time. So for example, I'm usually very busy Monday to Friday, and I've maybe 30 minutes to get a workout done. So I use myo-rep sets during the week. On weekends, when I have a bit more time, I might switch back to doing normal straight sets. This means that even if I don't have a full hour to spend in the gym, I can still get an extremely effective workout done from home in as little as 20 minutes. Anyway, I hope you found that useful. Any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for your time.